So as president, with a portrait of yourself, other than today, what do you think has been your most fulfilling as president of the college?
Wow, that's a tough one, because the job is really wonderfully exciting. I get to do just absolutely super things. Obviously, greeting new students is right up there. I love helping students move in. Normally, I position myself at Bowman East wearing my t-shirt and blue jeans and help move people in. I think it was about the second year that I was president. I was helping this family move in, and I was carrying, bedding and boxes and water, and I had to point out to the mom that we actually do have stores here. You can buy stuff in Potsdam. You don't have to bring it from Schenectady. It's okay. And so anyhow, my last trip up, I had a television, and the dad was in the room, and he was kind of arranging things and pulling out the TV cable and everything. He said, "Well, put the TV over there." So I put the TV over there, and he had me help move the bed, and finally said, and I asked who he was, and Robert Smith from Schenectady. I said, "Oh, that's nice to meet you." And he said, "And who are you?" And I said, "Well, I'm the president of the college."
So does he still go here?
Yeah, so that's always fun. So that's fun. And of course, graduation is just absolutely phenomenal. If we can do it outside, there's nothing that compares with graduation. The sun and the wind, and it is terrific. And then I think that is really wonderful. We have phenomenal people who come back to be our speakers. We try and recognize alumni. We've had some really interesting folks. I think probably the most interesting in my period as president was Chuck Lorre. When he came back, he's the guy responsible for 2.5 Men and Mike and Molly and Big Bang Theory. He attended SUNY Potsdam for a couple of years and gave it up for drug, sex, and rock and roll. And gave that up for health care and a pension. If you ever talk to Chuck, he will tell you about how he gave up drug, sex, and rock and roll because he needed a job that had health care. And the rest is, as they say, history. So certainly graduations are terrific. Also, honorary doctorates. We have the wonderful opportunity to give honorary doctorates. So folks like Wynton Marsalis, we gave him an honorary doctorate last year down in New York City. It was a really phenomenal moment. He jammed with our jazz ensemble, and that was terrific. And then, of course, I get to meet other fascinating people like Elliot Spitzer, briefly. And then Governor Patterson, briefly. And now I had the opportunity to meet Governor Cuomo when he was here on campus for the Regional Development Council, and I've met both of our senators, and so that's kind of cool to get to rub shoulders with folks like that. And obviously other famous alumni like Renee Fleming and Stephanie Blythe and cool folks like that. So it's wonderful. And most of all, from time to time they let me teach, and so that's really cool. So I like that a lot.
And passionate about what it does. Now, as most of the students here know, one of the best things and one of the worst things about living on campus is the food.
Oh yeah.
This is really not a question. What's your favorite place to eat on campus?
He had told me that he might ask me that question, so I've been kind of racking my brain. It's one of those classic, which of your children do you love the most? If the folks at Becky's Place find out that I like Dexter's, you can be sure that when I get a stir fry at Becky's Place, it's not going to be up to their normal standards. I like Becky's Place more than I like Dexter's, then they're going to give me cardboard and my panini. I'm fortunate because I do eat on campus a lot. Perhaps not as many as a student on a meal plan, but for a guy whose hair is this color, I eat on campus an awful lot. And I will agree that we have just absolutely some of the finest food service around. Whether you're eating up here in Lehman or whether you're over in the Union, Becky's Place, Dexter's, I mean, it's really terrific food. I have the additional benefit of having a catering chef. So, you know, he fixed stuff that I like. And it is nice. They know the food that I like. They know the food that I won't eat. And so they fix the stuff I like, and they don't fix the stuff that I don't eat. It's a great gig.
President again?
Yeah, right. Well, it's kind of like getting to Carnegie Hall, practice. So, yeah, you got to work hard. You got to work hard.
Now, as president, you do a pretty good job of making yourself very available to the students. You have your office hours.
I try.
You attend a large number of student events, including this one.
Yeah.
He's actually here, guys.
Yeah, right. It's not like when you go into the Union and they have the cardboard cutout.
He's 3D. You can spin around.
It's not a simulacrum. Yeah, it's really neat.
So of all the upcoming events on campus, what do you think? Are there any that you're particularly looking forward to, or are there any that we can expect to see you at? If you want to spend some more time.
It's hard to tell where I'll be. I try and go to a lot of sporting events. I like to support the Bears. It's a lot of fun to go to hockey, basketball games, all Bears. Lacrosse games. Went to a couple of soccer games this fall. Didn't get to a volleyball game this year. Probably the biggest thing coming up shortly, well actually this weekend's big because the theater and dance faculty have their recital tomorrow night and Saturday night. On December 4th we have the candlelight concerts. On Sunday, however, and I want you all to write this down, make certain that you are there, 3 o'clock in Hosmer Hall. You got to be there because the Potsdam Community Chorus is going to be singing. And I'm in it, so. I will be taking names, and if you want a little bump in your grade, just, you know, let me know.
Man of many talents.
Yeah.
Any chance you'll be at Backstreet Saturday night?
Unfortunately, I've got the faculty dance recital I've got to go to, so it's tough.
Here's one I also told you I might ask you. If you didn't have to worry about budget or limits or any sort of anything, if you had just the absolute power to just make it go, what is one thing you would love to change about this campus?
Well, if I could also bend the rules of physics.
And physics,
yeah, all
everything.
that stuff. Wouldn't it be cool to put a dome over the quad? You know what I'm saying? You know, just have our own big dome quad. And have the airlocks when you go through the I mean, wouldn't that be wild? And in the wintertime, we could sunbathe. We wouldn't have to worry about having body parts fall off. I mean, this would be really fun.
I actually have my own idea. I thought maybe I'd pitch it to you. It's a little more doable.
Okay.
Again, you're here, you're the president. I have you for like another 20 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe? 2 minutes.
Whatever, who's counting?
Apologize. I figure I might as well pitch this idea to you while I got you. You know all the water fountains on campus?
I don't know all of them.
Well,
I've seen 1 or 2 of them, yes.
You're familiar with the concept?
Yeah.
You know they dispense water?
They do.
2 words. Chocolate milk.
We'll look into that.
Thank you.
Don't hold your breath. Although the dairy industry would be very pleased. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Maybe get some lobbyists.
Who knows? Well, since the dairy industry is one of the remaining agricultural strongholds here in St. Lawrence County, we might actually be able to figure that one out.